like, to me,
collaboration.
networking and
Yeah.
professional learning series. Like, I don't care if they come and say something like, "Oh, you didn't but we're talking about our profession and what's happening
In your
relation
classroom.
exactly to
That's right.
everything that we're actually talking about.
That's right.
You know, just getting to know your families and where they come from with these types of things. Obviously,
Right.
I'm watching my student wear certain football teams, so I'm like, okay, what's what did the parents like, or could they be from the South? Could
Right.
they, view things different? It really makes you think of things.
Yes, it does. And it's a good way to connect too. Like, they like football.
Yeah,
They like that
absolutely.
team. Yeah.
Absolutely.
My kids love talking about their teams and, telling me mine sucks. They love it.
I can't ever hold a conversation really strong about anything
I'm
as far
sure.
as sports, because I don't know nothing.
I don't know a lot. I'm kind of forced into it, My family is obsessed
I know.
with football mostly, but
Yeah.
didn't have a choice. Growing up as a kid, my dad would force me to watch documentaries on football players, and it's like, oh gosh, Dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's cool.
So what'd you guys think of this one? Like, I thought there was a couple like cool ideas. I liked the 2x10 idea. I liked that.
Yes. I was going to say that one is actually kind of cool because I have 2 kids in my class that are super challenging, and most of their behavior comes from the fact that they want to be heard. They want us to be to dedicate our time to them. So doing for 10 days in a row, having a 2-minute conversation with them actually will fulfill that needs. And I'm pretty sure that some of the behavior that they're having would be extinguished, I think.
Yeah, it's like a great social experiment. I'm ready to do it. I already have a list. See if they respond. Especially I know you guys all kind of have you guys are kind of self-contained, right? All of you guys?
Yes.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
So in my class, I only see students for about 40 minutes one time a day. So I think the 2-minute thing is great for me because I don't get a lot of time with them. And that 2 minutes will go a long way, I think that's going to be great. So I'm excited to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started doing the student of the week with my kids, and when they're student of the week, then I send home a favorites thing to fill out, like a favorite toy that they send to share and stuff like that. And
so
that's
cute.
an easier way for me to get to know them because
they're little.
At 5,
Right.
really, they don't even know anything about anything. They're like, do you like sports?
I don't know. Ask my mom. So cute. And they love to
I
share.
send it home, and the parents have to help them fill it out. And then when I get it back, I can help them tell the class about themselves.
Yeah.
So that's been a good way to incorporate that. But we always do affirmation videos and
right.
How are you feeling and that kind of stuff. So
I definitely like the whole greeting at the door. I always did that when I taught middle school, and that went a long way too with middle schoolers. And you'd have some that would just break open and they never would give you a fist bump or a high five or anything. And then they're hugging you at the end of the year. That's always pretty cool to see.
And I think that it's good also to do greetings, not just, as they were talking when the kids arrive, but I know that my kiddos, they go to their prep time, so they leave my classroom and they come back 40 minutes later, or when they come back for lunch. I think that greetings like that at the door works throughout the day, because that's what I do with my kiddos, and that's how I'm able also to alleviate and solve challenges and problems that they're having, because very often, so I'm greeting them in the morning, everything's fine, and then they're coming back 40 minutes later, something happens that I don't know about because I wasn't there. And then by greeting them again, I'm able to basically throughout the day, checking their well-being, checking that everything's okay. And they really love it because they feel like, oh, not only is she saying hi to me or she's saying bye to me, but she's also checking that I'm okay throughout the day. So it's one thing to do also,
I saw a really cute, I went to a really neat behavior training. It's called Everyday Behavior Training. And it's the same company that does PCM training, but it was awesome. But the lady who taught it, who did the training, was an autism teacher, but most of her kids are nonverbal. And she had this really cool thing. And I thought of like, I know Salma and Debbie, you guys both have littles. They had this like pocket chart on the wall, and it had different feelings, like maybe 25. And each kid had a stick that had their name on it. And when they came in, they put their stick and how they felt in the pocket. And I thought that was super cute for littles.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was great.
I had one student last year that if they came in wearing a hat, then we knew they were having a bad day. So mom would like put a hat on them when they left. If they were having a bad day, it was like key to
That's great.
look out.
I love that. That's super cute.
We're like, oh, he's got his hat on.
Oh no.
Everybody, wide berth.
Brace yourself.
That's cool.
Oh my
And I
goodness.
guess every situation or every year or every grade, I don't know. Because I only have the 13th student, I feel like, especially with nowadays, it's so much easier to communicate with these parents via text.
Yes.
That I have shared my numbers with my families because it's so much easier for them to communicate that way, especially when you have these younger moms who are 24, 26, and even emails are not looked at. But one of the things that I've always asked and really kind of try to reinforce is like, if in particular, you know, your child is coming to school with something going on already, like definitely text me and let me know in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I don't always trust that children may 100% bring the exact emotion or the story. And sometimes if the families are, you know, able and communicative with that, it's helpful. And just being a first year teacher, I was like, this is even easier for me if I can just communicate quickly like this with them to gauge things.
I use Google Voice. Have you ever used it? So Google,
somebody said that too.
So I use it because it's great. You can text message parents, but they don't get your real number. But you also have documentation of every communication you have, which is great for later. So I really love it.
Even with text, you just have to get it. You got to go online and get it. But yeah, if there's a second barrier to that, you know, to help. And I just feel like that's how, even with the kids, you got to get, and that's what I took away from it. You know how she had the pumpkin emotions on the board, changing that to different holidays and really having, if the smart boards ever worked, interactive like smart board days, you know what I mean, like where they do come in and manipulate something on that board based on
it's great. It's awesome.
Yep, that's true.
Yes, it is.
But I was thinking about something else which is kind of correlated to this, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. If we're getting children into our into our classrooms that are a first grader, so they are 6 years old, but because of their autism, let's say, they're developmentally at 2 years old with their behavior. My question becomes is how much of these things that you would go into a BSP and all those things to enforce a behavior at a point where a child is not ready for it?
Development. I think it has to be developmentally appropriate. So like it needs to be where they're at. I feel like that your reaction to the behavior needs to be where they're at.
So how can I put demands on a 5-year-old? You know, on a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
But developmentally operating at a 2-year-old, 6-year-old behaviorals on that. Like, I don't know.
Can you
been
modify
really
it?
like this.
You have to
Like, can you
start.
modify the demand? Like, whatever demand you have for the
Right.
other kids,
Well,
modify
yeah,
the
because it's
demand?
baby step demands, right? Like,
Oh,
okay, it's even like time baby step demands. It's like, okay, if you do this for 1 minute, we'll
oh
give
my
you your
gosh.
iPad for 5 minutes, and then if you do this for 1 minute and a half, well, like,
Oh my
so
goodness.
it's that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wow.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that will also become emotionally taxing on the other children in the classroom.
So my recommendation would be that you draw attention to the kids who are meeting the demand continuously, and you point that out. And it's kind of like a baby, like if if you
Yeah,
do
point out the
something,
behavior. Yeah,
another kid
yeah,
does it, then they're going to want
yeah,
to do it. So just really
yeah,
pivot away from that and always go
yeah.
back to the kids who are doing it. And then eventually they're going to catch on and they'll probably replicate the behavior.
That that would be the hope, but
Right. But I know that's not the reality sometimes.
that's not the reality
Yes.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So these are some of the things too, I think, from tonight's series when they are talking about those connections and whatnot. A lot of it we have to develop mentally also, like
Yep.
correlate with as well. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Oh, yeah.
This, for example, this particular student of mine, no matter who comes in the door, they're happy to run to and like want to cuddle.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's like it was, I'm just thinking of all the emotional stuff they're talking about and within the
Yeah.
scopes of the classroom and how much we have to actually gauge emotion on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh, right? It's constant.
How much of a job that is. Reading them, understanding them, managing them.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Right.
Oh, and then you
And
got to
you
throw
have
in
to
the
be-
academics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
Yes. Let's not
Right.
forget about that.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. I agree. And
Staying on
you and Debbie especially. Marie, what age are your kids? Are they the same as theirs?
Mine
or-
are so Mike to Mod, and I have grade 2, 3, 4, and 5 all mixed up together with different
Okay.
academic level and different behaviors.
Yeah,
and
that's hard
different,
too.
It
That's
is
rough. It's
tough
tough.
because they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I would need to do lesson plans, 10 lesson plans, different for all of them. It could be a little tough.
Oh, yeah.
It could be. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to do intervention with that many kids is not
Mhm.
easy. And then, I mean, in your room, as far as gen ed curriculum goes, do you have to, like, do they get mainstreamed for core instruction, or is it just,
They do gain mainstream, but
Okay.
again, some of them stay with me almost all day except for prep time.
Oh,
Some
wow.
go out a little bit more. They pull. They also have 5 more kids that are actually come to my room
Mm-hmm.
as a pull out setting. So I have push-in,
Oh my God.
pull outs. Kids who stay with me all day long, and it's
A lot of
it's a little
schedules.
madhouse over there.
It's a logistical nightmare, and it sounds like it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. For sure.
Yeah,
You know.
I get that. The littles, I think, are like I know. Do you have any nonverbal, Selma? Or
I have 3.
you have 3? Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
And again, those irregularities of where things are seen. One has an AAC, the other 2
Oh, wow.
they don't. I'm in the process of. There's a lot of, I think, things we don't know until we really get into this job and start finding out about
Mhm.
who's in charge of what and who can call what shot and who can. So I'm trying to figure out, because our SLP said the other 2 that are nonverbal don't qualify because the head of the AAC said, well, they're saying some words. And I'm like, what?
What? Oh my goodness.
But they can't communicate what they're
With the few words that they
thinking.
have.
Like what are you talking about? They can say words. Of course they can say words here and there.
Wow.
So these 3 nonverbals I worry about and think about a lot, because a lot of times I understand their frustration about getting their point across, and I feel just as frustrated wanting to understand them.
Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's difficult. We have an autism teacher at our site that is amazing, and I love going in her room because you guys have so many things in place, like so many systems. Everything's a system, and I really love it and appreciate it. But just watching, I watch her all the time, and I'll go in and visit. But just the simplest things, like you said, like the simplest things that we take for granted with our students, they struggle with doing that, making those decisions or communicating it or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I give it up to you because that is a difficult job with the littles.
Yeah, even with
Debbie
this
too,
student
the
that I
littles. Oh
speak
my gosh.
of, he should be placed at a different program that we offer.
Yeah.
Which would be better suited for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the hard no.
Oh my gosh.
And even though they were going to, come to bat for me, but the parent was going to say, so like, having a child who is just wrongly placed is emotionally draining on the entire classroom environment.
Yeah. And it takes so long to get correct placement for them. So much time passes, and it's like such a disservice.
Yeah.
To the student.
Correct placement is at me. And so, like, it's going to be me till the end of the year.
Wow.
So it's a lot of, like, there's just a lot of, like, do I unpeel this onion? Do I leave it where it's at? And just,
Well,
there's a lot with it. But
I guess unpeel the onion if it makes your life easier.
Huh?
Unpeel the onion if it makes your classroom life and community easier.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it benefits everyone.
With the littles, especially when I have them in their first, second, and third, and it's like, those are really foundational years in their literacy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so, regardless of how impacted they may be, I feel a very strong sense of responsibility towards those literal, beginning steps of their foundational literacy. That's a lot. So, it's funny because even around school, I think people are like, why are you smiling, Les? Because I'm being serious about this.
Right. You're like, this is a lot to carry. A lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
If you can't even get them to communicate, and then you have to teach them how to read, that's a whole other thing.
And like coming into a situation where this student was literally saying nothing, but they gave him 7 academic goals of all about knowing sounds, rhyming words.
So how do you assess when he's not? Yeah.
And Debbie, you'll know exactly who wrote those goals.
You always know who wrote the goals on the past IEPs. I'm like, oh no.
Now backtracking, feel like this student lost a year going through this nonsense when we should have put him on a different. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot in the belly of it all.
Yeah.
Do you wish you stayed in RSP, Selma?
Oh, well, the lady out of my school is retiring at the end of this year. So if I really wanted to do it, now would be the time, and I think I should.
Yeah.
Because if I do, then I can just sit snug and pretty in that corner for a long time.
Yeah, I'm voting you should do that.
I'm thinking about it.
I tried to warn you.
Yeah. I had a friend move over to the Learning Center, which is the same idea, same what you guys do, but most of the day. Not all day. But same thing. She's like, I miss you. I need to go back.
But I just didn't want to do the 50-50. I didn't want to.
Yeah, I get it.
I
didn't want to lose out on a contract.
Right.
Security.
That job might have not been there at the end of that cycle. So
yeah, completely get. I completely get that.
Now is definitely the opportunity, and I know that I would have a good way into it. So
yeah.
It's funny how this just came about in this conversation, and you guys affirmed it.
Yeah, I absolutely. Yeah, you might need to send a nice email about that.
Yeah.
Remember me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been. I've only been doing special ed now for, I think this is my 4th year, but this has been a rough year. And I don't know if I feel like it's just the level of behaviors is so intense.
Everybody's saying that.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and then we don't have the mental health support or the behavioral support on campus. And so as an SAI teacher or whatever, I'm expected to be a therapist and I'm not qualified. So I feel very like defeated sometimes, trying to deal with these behaviors, and it's just like a mess. It's horrible. And then parents, a lot of parents are, getting advocates, and they're going on TikTok and finding out what their kid isn't getting. And they're coming to meetings with, lists of ed code and what you're not doing enough for their child. And it's been a lot. And,
Yeah.
it's very overwhelming. It's been a rough year. And it's only October. It's like, oh my gosh.
I feel guilty because this year has been so easy compared to last year, and
That's good.
Also compared to like all of my coworkers that are in the same, just in
No
the
way.
different, the SDC, but the older ones, they're just having a rough year, and I'm just like
Sorry. Yeah, you deserve a good year. Everybody gets their good years, right?
Don't look at me. I literally will have like one kid in my class for like 3 hours, and they'll be like, "Sorry, my kids are mainstreaming."
Oh my gosh.
That's good though.
Yeah.
I know, but I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad at all.
Why would you feel bad? It's not like you're purposefully doing something.
Yeah.
I know.
And every teacher has their
Some
moment.
good karma that you were owed, so take it and
Right?
go with
Yep.
that.
That's right.
That's it.
And it's not a piece of cake. Obviously, I have
No.
kids that are struggling. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, comparatively speaking, I'm like, oof.
I think the blessing for me is I have one IA who is like very anxious and very neurotic. You guys, my room is so organized and clean.
I love that.
I mean, everything is labeled. Everything is like
Nice.
flutters around the room all day long. So in order to keep her moving, because I know that's the only way happy. Oh my God, I just give her everything that's in my ADHD brain that I think of. I'm like, and I have her just do it, and she just does it.
That's awesome. No, that's
So that's been a true blessings. Like I wanted to send home some like Velcro activity for my really, really impacted students. Boy, I said it by the afternoon. She was like, "Here you go. I made the Velcro."
oh my gosh. Wow. That's awesome.
We were told this year that our aides are not allowed to be doing prep work during the day.
Well,
So even
what are
though-
they gonna
That's
do,
supporting your
monitor them?
kids. That's supporting your
So even
students.
though I have one student and there's 3 adults in the room, we are not supposed to be doing prep. I was like,
Wow.
okay,
Okay.
waste of time, but-
I don't understand that. It's like you're doing something to support the students' needs. I don't
Yeah,
They,
understand.
they said if the district walked in
Hmm.
and the students were, doing work and the aides were doing prep, then they would have an issue with that.
So, do you guys not have any prep time listed in your contract at all?
No, we actually do.
Because we do
Yeah.
too. Yeah, we have like
Yeah.
3
We
45-minute blocks a week or whatever.
We get it every day,
Mhm.
aside from Wednesday. We get 45 minutes prep
Yeah.
and 45-minute lunch. And actually, that's another thing. Mine backed each other up. So my prep and lunch are together. So I'm like,
Nice.
Same.
That's perfect.
but because I have that student who can't do much with the rest, he's in the room with an aide, and I kind of stay in the room because I don't want her to be alone with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in essence, I could really complain and be like, I'm losing my prep because I can never get anything done in that time. But
Yeah, it's not truly uninterrupted time.
no.
Prep time.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, it's just a lot of political stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
We have a lot of gen ed teachers who want to micromanage our time, and it's like we have different jobs, and our job is there's a lot of clerical pieces to our job, to my job.
Yep.
And
Yes.
there's no way we can have a similar schedule. We don't do the same things. So
You know what? I think this is the first year that it's funny you say that, because I think that's probably, since we were on this subject in this place, that's where I'm emotionally kind of struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Because as a first year SDC teacher coming into this wing with gen ed and like a kinder SDC and then the resource lady across the hall, oh my gosh, like I'm like, all these years that you would hear the things about gen ed and SPED and like the battles, I'm like,
Yeah.
somehow I feel in it right now.
Mhm.
And it's like, first of all, is Gen Ed always giving me the cold shoulder? And
Yeah.
why are they always delaying things by 5-10 minutes? Like, oh no, don't come at 5:40, come at 5:55. Like all these things they do with mainstream. Is
Yeah.
that like,
It tends to be, so I came from gen ed at 23 years and then came to special ed. So I've seen both sides of it, and I really feel like a black sheep in special education. And it's
Yeah.
like, if they only would realize that we're here to help them and they need to help us, we're a team, but they don't see it that way. They want to micromanage our job because we're not doing exactly what they're doing. And with no understanding of
Or
what we're
they
doing.
come to you about all the SPED kids.
Yes.
Like you're supposed to know what's going. Why is this person blah blah blah?
Like you're the
Well, it's not
SPED
in my-
guru.
That person's not in my class. I
Right.
have no idea. You're asking the wrong person.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
I think it's just a misunderstanding. Like they don't understand what our job entails, what we do fully enough to like respect it or appreciate what we do. But I feel like when I was a gen ed teacher, I appreciated my special education teachers that worked with my students. I thought it was like, I don't know. It's just a different, it's a different side for sure. And it's unfortunate
Yes.
because you'd be so much more productive. Like I just did a behavior training. And when I was in that training, I thought all of my teachers need this because whenever they have a behavior that's inconveniencing them, they just want to send them to me as a babysitter. And it's like, no, as a teacher, you have to manage your classroom behavior as well. Here's some strategies. But so that's a disconnect right there. It's like, it's really frustrating. So right now I'm just trying to push like that we need to build rapport with each other. So I'm going to start pushing into some of my classes, trying to like co-teach a little bit so that they'll be nicer, be nicer to me.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck is right. I'm hoping that, I'm going to start with the nicest one first.
I sat at a TK PLC
Uh-huh.
and they ignored me the whole time
Oh my gosh.
and talked around me. And
Oh my
and
gosh.
So I won't go to them.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
either.
I have to. It's a requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Mhm.
No, it's not.
It
It
is
is
for
if
my-
it's by your principal, not by the
Yeah.
district.
Yeah, no, I know, but it is for
Okay.
me. By my principal, she
Okay,
expects
okay.
us to.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they planned a rotation for Halloween and didn't invite my kids.
No. Oh my
Oh, that's
goodness.
And then I was at kindergarten, and they invited my kids and talked to me about it, and like it was completely different. So it just depends on, I think, the teachers.
It really does. You're right. There's some that are
Mhm, yeah,
amazing, some
yeah.
that just are really hard to crack. I'm like, come on, guys.
Well, the TK, they're mad at me because I had a kid in my class that was there until he did his evaluation, and he got sent back to gen ed because he should never have been in my class to begin with
Oh my
because
gosh.
he hadn't qualified yet.
Okay.
And then I
Oh
put him in
yeah.
my
Of
class.
course not.
Well, guess what? He did amazing in my class because we had 9 kids.
Yeah,
And
of course he
a
did.
small little group and 3 adults, and so of course he did amazing. So my data was like, he's great.
Yeah.
He doesn't have, and then he went and changed to this classroom and he lost his mind.
Right.
And, and they struggle with him, and they're still struggling with him. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. That was not on me, but they're
That's
mad
right.
at me for it. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, whatever.
I have tried to because I don't go to PLCs either because same thing, you walk in, they all stare at you like you're interrupting and they don't have time for you. So I started just going in the mornings and I'll do like a rotation of like some on Thursday morning and then I'll do the rest on Friday morning. I just jump in and go, hey, how's it going? Need anything for that? Walk out. And it's been much better doing that. So I don't know if like that's something you can maybe, approach it that way. I don't know if you have to do the PLCs, but because it is, you're right. You just like you're
So
isolated.
The way I approached it was the principal called us in earlier in the year because we have to have 4 observations and then 2 reviews. So I already knew that my brain, PLCs were going to go this way, just the way those teams are as it is and what has gone around. So I put that as my second semester, second observation goal, to work better with my PLC team.
Love it.
So by the time they catch on and they're like, hey, girl, you're not going to PLCs. You're like, well, I told you I was working on that.
That's funny.
I usually just stop in and say, is there anything that you need me for? And then I'll leave. But I got stuck because I needed to talk to him about Halloween because TK Kinder does a parade and I didn't know what the process was. And so then they weren't ready to talk about that yet. So I just got stuck in there the whole time. But yeah. But if I'm not in there, I don't know what's going on with my kids because I've got kids that mainstream into their classes and I need to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and mine are all in the same hallway, so I see them a lot. A lot of morning, good morning, how's it going? How's so-and-so doing? Just a lot of
informal
mini bursts of collabs in the hallways, which I think are just as legitimate because we could be talking about nonsense, but we're talking about this kind of stuff, which is important. So
what do you need it for?
Little hallway, or if speech comes to my room and gets a quick update on a situation or things like that too, just to update everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in the hallway with them, and nobody comes.
And nobody. Okay, so maybe my relationship is a little better. I'm in the hallway.
Yeah, you're forced. They're forced to engage. They're forced to interact with you.
we literally have.
I will find you. Just kidding.
Which we're not supposed to have, but we do.
Wow.
Well, and the salt in my wound that makes it really hard is that the student that's mine now came from kinder, and that teacher, not a single day of record or data, not an indication anywhere on his IEP of any things that we're seeing, and it's been a really hard case to prove because of that. And so I feel a little irritated by it of why didn't you guys at least keep data? Because these things were also happening in kinder. We were seeing it with our own 2 eyes. Yeah. But I don't know what the flip of it. So I felt really salty that I felt like they waited till this year and be like, here, put it in her lap, let her do it.
Yeah.
And then that's why I couldn't prove to the district that change of placement was necessary. Because it looked too erratic.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It looked like it went from fine to boom. You're saying, oh my goodness.
Okay, thanks.
He's got to go to STEPS, Debbie. And that program is.
They go, no. He's too smart.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have 25 seconds before it cuts off on Zoom. You only get 40 minutes. Just letting you know.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
And we don't have to go back. All we have to do is I add this link to the document, and then everybody can upload it, right? To your.
Yeah. Could you, Shannon? Could you the documents? Could you update to? It says we need to ask for permission.
Oh, I think Debbie. Oh no, it was open for us. We were able to get on it. Debbie sent it to us.
Yeah,
it's online.
To your
online
email.
It says request edit access. It says